Welcome back. Today we're working on them 782 hubcaps. It's Sunday and we're going to put some Permatex rust dissolver. I'm not sure we're going to be able to save this one, but we're going to try. We're going to put some of that dissolver on there, wash them off, and then we're going to use rubbing compound, and then we're going to wax them. Now, these are going to a young fella that bought 582 special from me yesterday. This is his first Red Cadet, and he wants a set of caps for it. So we're going to put you in the stand. We're going to put some of that dissolver, put the video on pause for a little bit, let that sit for probably for about a half an hour. It says about 15 minutes, but this cap being so bad, I think we're going to let it go a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to save this one. Now, I had a lot of people in fact, I had a guy in already this morning that said you take tin foil and you rub them on them. It makes them look really nice. Now, I am going to try that on film at a future time. I would like to know if it works, so any of you that have time, would you please comment in the comment section to let me know if that works. I'll put you in the stand, and we're going to put that dissolver on there. Now, I'm just going to use a toothbrush. Probably should have cleaned them off first, but we'll put quite a bit on this one right here. Now today we're going to do quite a lot of videotaping on these cadets. If we get time, we'll get that yellow and white 782 in. So far today on a Sunday, I don't have any machines coming in, but that could change. Saturdays and Sundays are our busiest days. I know I've said this before. We pretty much have to work 7 days a week. If we didn't, we'd get that far behind. I had a customer yesterday that told me we're probably, and I think he's pretty close. I'm about 3 months behind. I'll have plenty of stuff to film. Now, I know I made a video on hubcaps before. We have a dent in this one. We'll take that dent out. Now, hard to believe, in the front ones here, there isn't any dents at all. So we're going to let that sit. Actually, I have to go out in the rain, and I have to pull an X300 John Deere transmission here this morning. So we'll let these sit, and we'll come back to them a little bit later and see what we have. Now we're back, and I've wet sanded them a little bit. Now I'm going to put some WD-40 on them, and I'm going to wet sand them a hair more. Now this one here is my worst one, so I'm going to use 400 grit on it and see if I can get it. It's like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to save this one, but I would like to see how far I can make it shine. Right after we get done doing this, we're going to wash them off. I hate to use anything more aggressive than 400 because I don't want too many scratches. I don't want to burn the chrome off. We're going to switch. I believe the front hubcaps are going to look like brand new. Even the backs aren't too bad. I believe this was a one-owner machine. Have a slight dent right there. We'll take that out. This is 2000 grit right here. You can smell that Permatex rust dissolver. Let's go back to this one right here. Let's see. Let's wash them off and let's see what the results are. And then we're going to knock the dents out and then we're going to buff. Now obviously this one right here is not going to be saved. We'll knock them dents out and then we're going to buff them. Now we're going to try to take that dent out. I'm going to heat it up a little bit. This cap right here doesn't have any dents in it. Even though this one has a slight dent in it, you don't see very often that they are dent-free. Get the light a little closer. Just slightly there. It's right there. Still just a little. I'm going to leave it right there. It has a little bit of a dent in it, but I don't want to put any straight dents into it. So now we'll take the dent out of, which one is it here? Oh, right there it is. They're starting to shine so good I couldn't see the dent. So we want to heat it up right in this area right here. slightly. And it I have a microfiber towel right here. There's still just a little bit right there. I'm gonna get a ball peen hammer. It's the first time I used it. It's brand new. Just gonna leave it about there. I'm pretty happy with it. That's rubbing compound. Going to have some scratches in it, but it's still going to look pretty good. Now the other cap there, I think I'm going to try it. A gentleman was in this morning, one of my dealers, and he was telling me to soak it in Coca-Cola. You know, and in the next film, we'll do that when we do Hubcap. I have some John Deere ones also, so we'll do that. It came off of 425 that I already have sold, but I told the guy I'll get them buffed. So we'll get some Coca-Cola, we'll soak them in it, and we'll see if that makes a little bit better shine. I think that's going to be the best rear cap. And you can see the difference right there with that rubbing compound. It's really starting to make them transition. Now we're going to put the wax on them. Going to use Flash Melco wax. I really like this stuff. Part number 114, 432. Rub that right in. We'll let it dry. Probably about 15 minutes. It should haze right over. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning right now. I believe the customer's coming around noon. So I definitely want to have them ready for them. So we're going to let these haze over and buff them out, and we'll see what the end results are. Now we're back and we're going to buff it off. My customer's already on his way, so we're going to scurry along here. Here's the first one. I'm pretty happy with that. This is the one with a dent in it. You can see the dent a little bit right there. That one is really nice. That's what I look like, that bad. I hope the camera's still working. There's that one. Now this one here didn't come out quite as nice. You can see that dent pretty, well, it's not gonna look too bad on that machine, but you can see that dent. There's another one right there. We ought to see if we can get that out a little bit. Let me get a hammer. Made it look slightly better, but not perfect by no means. But they have a nice shine to them, so I'll give you a good look at them. We'll scatter them out here. And they shine really well, so pretty happy about that. We're gonna move on to the next projects. Thank you so much for watching as always. And we have a lot more to do on a Sunday here today. So actually we're going to be doing a set of IH ones also. We're going to try to get that squeezed in by the end of the day. Welcome back. We're going to buff out these IH caps. These are absolutely my favorite. I love them. I have, I think, 4 or 5 sets of these caps. I even have some with a yellow around on the ring here. I painted them especially for that 1282 side stripe. But what I want to do is get them buffed out eventually here, and I will do it on film. I will paint the IH emblem and the ring around here. But my main goal today is I want to see how shiny they are. We're going to buff them out the same way as we did earlier in this video with the plain hubcaps. They're already left. The gentleman picked them up here, but we're going to buff these out. We'll see how they turn out. Now, I did fail to disclose, I already used Wizard's Turbo Cut on them, 12 to 1500 scratches. This stuff here is really good. I know I've said it before on other videos. This bottle will cost you about $25. It'll save you around 15, 20 bucks compared to 3M. In my opinion, I know I'll probably get some fan mail on it, but I think the Wizards is a little bit better, especially for the price. I think it's a lot smoother the way it cuts and gets it shiny. That's just my opinion, especially on the Cyclops hoods. I think it works really well on that. Now, I did disclose on the last time I did a hood that I used some of Turtle Wax's rubbing compound. My opinion, it just didn't even come close to the Wizard. So I highly recommend this product. That's just my opinion. Please leave in the comment section your opinion on that, if you use Wizards or you use 3M. That one turned out really well. Let's do the other front. This cap here has that one little scratch right in that area right there. It did have a dent. I already pounded that out. I didn't get it perfect, but I did get it pretty close. That stopped that in a hurry. These aren't the most perfect hubcaps, but they will look nice after they're painted. Thank you so much for watching. These hubcaps came out really well. They do have a few scratches. They're not exactly perfect. We'll get them painted in a different video. I believe this is either, like I said, 4 or 5 sets. I'm kind of a hubcap hoarder. So thank you so much for watching. If you ever have any questions on any of my videos, please email me. If you have my cell number, just text me and I'll be glad to help you. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Please like and comment, and we'll see you on the next video.